Hey guys, from Saigon in Vietnam. Come with me and have a look around today. I've got some cool stuff to show you guys. Let's go. Alright guys, so it's 11 years since I've been here. This place has changed so much, it's amazing, I can't believe it. This street was the main backpacker street. It still is, it's got the most hotels, but this intersection was the main party corner. This street had a little bit of lively nightlife stuff, but not that much actually. It's got 900 times more nightlife stuff going on than it had 11 years ago. And it's a bit of a rude name for a business, isn't it? Anyway, so like I was saying, this street that I'm walking down now, it's about I don't know, nine times more bars and nightlife venues on this street than there used to be. It's really crazy. I couldn't believe it last night when I came out for a walk down here. It's absolutely off the scale. Actually, it blows away Bangkok's Khao San Road. I have to say Saigon is really outpacing Bangkok as far as the backpacker sector goes. It's incredible. So like I said, last time I was here was 11 years ago. And it's just more lively, there's more of everything. This country's really developing at a rapid pace. But in particular in the backpacker area, it's just unbelievable to see the changes. But having said that, it's still got the same kind of gritty vibe. Feels a bit safer. There's still a bit of communist propaganda sprinkled around, as you can see over there across the intersection. It's good to see, as even though I'm not really much of a fan of communism, but yeah. There seems to be still plenty of old French-style architecture around. 1950s, 1940s, 1960s and 70s architecture. In here is one of my favorite cafes, Hanoi Little Egg Coffee, or Little Hanoi Egg Coffee I think it's called, and definitely recommend that place. This park in front of us is kind of infamous for scams. It's a nice little park, but you hang out here in the daytime, you get approached by people who start up a so-called casual conversation. Then Southeast Asia is so noisy, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, they start up a conversation like, "Oh, where are you from?" and so on. And then you tell them which country you're from. They say, "Oh, my niece is going to your country next month." So it just kind of unravels into a kind of scam attempt. So be careful of talking to strangers. So now we're coming up on the central market part of Saigon, and as most of you probably know, the French controlled Vietnam for quite a while, and there's a lot of French influence in Vietnam these days, which is really quite nice actually. And they kind of fuse it with their own style. It makes for a fascinating experience. And yeah, one of the kind of interesting things is the French market just in front of us up here with the clock tower. We're gonna head up there. The French got a bit of a problem. Basically, after World War II, resistance movements sprang up, and Ho Chi Minh eventually succeeded in getting the French out of Vietnam. And as most of you know, the Vietnam War came along when the Americans tried to support the breakup of Vietnam into two halves, with the south of Vietnam becoming democracy and the north of Vietnam under Ho Chi Minh becoming a communist state supported by the communist countries in the world. And in 1975, the communist victory made it that North and South Vietnam were one country again. All right, let's see if we can get through here. So, Vietnam's been one country again since 1975. Let's head into the market and have a look. All right, this is a bargain or haggle at your own risk type of market. Bit of a tourist trap, so they say. Hard bargainers, that's for sure. So the general rule is they're going to try to charge you 100 50% more than the normal selling value. So you want to get them down by at least 50%, or better, go to a different market in Saigon. But this is a good place to have a look. If you don't mind the crowds. And watch your pocket. It's kind of a perfect environment for pickpockets. Saigon does have a bit of a pickpocket problem. If you don't mind paying overpriced though, it's a place you can quickly pick up some souvenirs and gifts. All right, so I haven't been in that market for 11 years, but I love the architecture actually. I love all the old French architecture in Saigon. It's a lot of fun. Still a lot of motorbikes, a lot more motorbikes than cars in Vietnam, I can say. And the secret to crossing the road in Vietnam when there's a lot of motorbikes, just think of them as being fish and you're a shark. No, just basically make it clear what you're doing. Don't change your speed. Step out when you see a little bit of a space and just proceed forward at a steady pace, not too fast, of course. And you'll find that everyone just flows around you miraculously. It's like parting the Red Sea, you know? No problem. You've just got to have faith. So if you've been a good Buddhist or otherwise managed to garner some good karma, you should be alright. Yeah, just have a bit of faith. Leap of faith, but look before you leap. All right, we're coming up on what used to be the center of power here until 1975 in what was the democratic and of course very authoritarian state of South Vietnam. That is, until the communists of Ho Chi Minh came crashing through the gates here in tanks and took over the whole show and joined the country back together as one again. And you can even see an example of the type of tank that was used at that time, just parked over there. There's two of them to show you what the two tanks that came through here in real life at that time look like. They're not the original ones though. It's possible to go in there, last time I heard anyway, for a small fee and have a look around. All right, so there's this grand French-style avenue which leads out, radiating out from the old center of power back there through the middle of what was the kind of metropolitan, modern, cosmopolitan French center of old Saigon. Let's head over this side. Quite a nice park though, I must say. Very shady. Shady. Without the shady characters that you might run across back in the park we saw earlier. I think. I hope. A little bit of communist propaganda there for your morning cup of tea. Good parking spot there, right in the middle of the intersection. As you can see, a lot of old French architecture. But it's a little bit different from Hanoi. You can see the buildings here are all different colors, the old ones and the new ones. The new ones are actually very tastefully done for Southeast Asia, I must say. But the old ones, yeah, different colors. In Hanoi, you find most of the old French buildings still sport the old original French colonial mustard yellow, which I think, yeah, is better actually. Those kind of places were designed to look their best in that format, so it does tend to have a kind of a nice kind of a flavor to it somehow. Sets a certain tone. And speaking of the flavor and the tone of the old French colonial stuff, here's the French Cathedral, which is being renovated at the moment. Don't know if it's anything to do with the Pope, all these changes, but who knows, right? Let's see what they come up with when they finish the renovation. But one of the good things about this part of the world is, I'm sure they'll do whatever suits them, despite any pressures they might get from outside powers. Something I do like actually about Southeast Asian cultures. So there's still a bit of the old French colonial yellow around, for sure. Not as much as there used to be in old times, but must warm the hearts of the French backpackers to be reminded of their former glory days. Probably brings out the little Napoleon in most of them, perhaps. Now we're coming into what was the old French shopping district. It's actually very elegant. You can really see the French style jumping out, like a mini version of metropolitan France. Quite impressive. Last time I came here 11 years ago, I had a girl run up to me and try the old milk powder scam. The milk powder scam is when a female comes up to you with the baby and then they act all sad and they say they don't have money to buy milk powder to feed the baby. So they beg you to buy some milk powder. And of course, some people will feel very sad and they'll buy the milk powder. Then the girl scampers off to the shop where they sell the milk powder and gets a refund. Maybe in cahoots with the store owner sometimes, maybe. And that's it. That's the milk powder scam. Anyway, I didn't fall for that one. Of course. Of course not. Why would I do that? Okay, we're coming up on the old French colonial center of power in the city. Back in the French colonial days. Here it is. Beautiful building. And there's this lovely little park, skinny park, but actually very long. Runs all the way down to the river down here, about half a kilometer down. So another classic French boulevard. There's even an opera house just up here on the left. Lots of French legacy here, but of course a statue of Uncle Ho. Let's say yo to Uncle Ho, the man who reunited Vietnam. Alright guys, that's it from Saigon. See you in the next one, and please hit subscribe and like and hit that bell button so you get an update on the next videos. It would be really great. And yeah, see you in the next one. Don't be late. Thanks a lot for coming along. Bye. Time for me to take the last chopper out of Vietnam.